Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are in your time zone. Welcome to today's edition of the E-volve podcast. My name is Adewumi. We started this podcast series last week with the maiden edition. And just for the sake of those who may have missed that first edition, the podcast is a platform set out to guide, to nurture, and to shape young and middle-aged adults in their thought process and help them to achieve their full potential in life by ensuring that they have the right framework for decision making in terms of mission or the vision of the platform. The vision of this podcast is to be the go-to podcast for young and middle-aged people all over the world to getting answers to the many challenges of life. So welcome to today's edition. And by way of introduction of the topic for today, we'll be looking at an interesting topic. This came to my mind a week or so ago in the middle of a task. It dawned on me that many of us, while chasing all our goals in life, chasing daily pursuits and all the rest, we tend to lose our priority or we tend to misplace priorities and run after things that do not necessarily count. And so the topic for today is focusing on the things that count. Focusing on the things that count. And what are the things that count? That's the first question where I'm sure that you may have asked already. Um, First, the things that count are those things that will continue to be relevant even when you are gone. By gone, I mean when you've done your bit on this side of the divide and you've left, you've passed on, you've handed the baton to the next generation. Those things that count will continue to be relevant. And so it is important that we know those things that count, not just know them, and we are intentional about focusing or prioritizing those things that count. And so we'll go through them, and then in subsequent editions, we'll be taking each one of them in depth so that we can spend quality time to take a look at each one of them. The very first thing among the things that really counts and that we should give attention to, that we should prioritize, is your soul. Your soul, your connection with your maker. How does your heart connect with your maker? How does your soul connect? Is there even a connection with your maker at all? Do you put God into consideration in everything you do? Is God within your conscious or unconscious mind, in your decision making, in your actions, in your thoughts, in your intentions? Is there any trace of God? It really matters that you have a good and a thriving relationship with God because He is your maker. He created you and He knows why He sent you into the world. He knows the specific assignment He wants you to do. So if you don't have a relationship, you are just wasting your time, your precious time. Imagine when presidents or head of states of a country appoint ambassadors to go represent the countries in other countries, and the ambassadors get there and they forget their assignment and they lose touch with the headquarters with their country of origin. How would that come across to those who sent them there? It's the same thing for those who live their life without the consciousness of God, those who take decisions without even considering God at all. So the very first thing that you should prioritize is your relationship with God, your soul, your heart. Does it beat for God? We'll go into details in subsequent edition on this, like I said earlier on. The second most important thing that you should prioritize is your purpose in life. You are not here by chance. Whether your birth circumstance was accidental whether it was by some some chance, it could be maybe rape, whatever the circumstance of your birth. Understand this: God knew you were coming, and He sent you here for a purpose with a specific timeline. So it is important that you find that purpose. Find that purpose. Walk in that purpose. Fulfill that purpose. That is the only time you can say that I have done or finished my course. I have run my race. So finding your purpose, prioritizing your entire life around finding your purpose and fulfilling that purpose is your second most important priority in life. The third one is a good name. A good name is better than silver and gold. Many of us, in the process of seeking wealth, seeking titles, seeking positions, seeking power, seeking fame, we have lost ourselves. We've lost our names. We've sold our names for morsel of meat. A good name would open doors even before you knock those doors. Good name is a name that transcends your generation. Is a name that future generation will hear. Your children will go to places and so, oh, you are the son, you are the daughter of so. Oh, I'll be glad to help you. What do you need? That's what a good name does. What kind of name do you have? Are you focusing on building a good name? All you are doing is focusing on building empires without considering the impact on your name. Remember, the house that is built with wrongly acquired wealth will one day fizzle out. It will collapse eventually. So focus on building a good name for yourself. The fourth most important thing that you should prioritize in life is your health. Your health is your true wealth. A man who is healthy has all possibilities to be wealthy. And when health is lost, your chances of being wealthy is already weak. Do not spend your wealth, your health, pursuing wealth in a wrong manner, such that at the end of your day you then begin to spend your wealth to look for good health. I repeat, don't spend your health in the pursuit of wealth such that at the end of the day you begin to spend that same wealth in the pursuit of. Be mindful of the things you take into your system, the food we eat, the things we drink, the things we inhale. Some of us, because of our state of comfort, because of the wealth, because of the riches, everything we take in is fast food junks. You see this, you can't see, you don't even have control over your appetite. So everything is eatable. Whether it is made from home or made outside, just consume everything. There's no limit, there's no control around what you put in. There's no time limit as to when you eat and when you don't eat. So everything goes. You just consume everything. You are jeopardizing your health. You have to be conscious of what you eat. You have to be intentional about eating balanced diet. You have to be intentional also about even eating natural, being as natural as possible. The way the body is designed to ensure that the body from time to time replenishes itself. The cells will grow again, they replenish themselves. So when you take in all of these artificial and fake and inorganic things, what you do is you disorganize or destabilize the natural order, the balance, the equilibrium that God has set in the body. It's not just health is not just about the things you eat alone. It's also about your lifestyle. Do you have a lifestyle so that you always sit down in one spot? Maybe it could be work. You could be genuinely be busy. or damaging your health because you are always seated, and on that seat, as you are seated, you are consuming all sorts of things, carbs, fast food, junks, all on the same time, and then you then top it up with all those fizzy drinks. What you are doing is accumulating unnecessary calories, and then your waistline starts expanding. You start seeing some funny things. You sleep, you don't feel like you slept enough. These are all the implications of not of a bad lifestyle. So you need to start checking your lifestyle. Put periodic breaks between. Get up, walk, take a walk, take a stroll. Get under the sun. Get under the rain sometimes. The beauty of life is that when it's raining, you run under the rain, you feel fresh release of energy. Sometimes under the sun, you feel that burst of life, burst of energy. Don't stay all cooped up inside under the AC because your house is fully AC, so everything is AC 24/7. It's not good for your body. Work out, find time to exercise. You do not necessarily have to go to gym. There are so many exercises you can do within your house without going out. Create time. Be deliberate about creating time for everything. When to eat, what to eat, when to drink, what to drink. Reduce consumption of alcohol. If you must take, reduce it. If you must eat junk food, reduce it. Let everything be done in moderate. Find time to work out. So health is very important. Your health, remember your health is your wealth. And then the next thing that is most important that you should prioritize, and which is the last thing among the things that you should prioritize, is relationship, building good relationships. Be deliberate about cultivating good relationship. In life, you can only go as far as your social network. You can only go as far as your social asset permits. If you don't have social assets, you will only go as far as your skills permit. But there are certain levels that skills alone cannot take you to. There are levels that you need someone to open the door for you and say, come in, come join us. And if you had not built relationship, that might not happen. So building relationship is about being deliberate. It's about exchange of value. It's about giving value to someone. Relationship is a link between minimum two people. So don't let it always be all around you what you can get, what you can get. Relationship between spouses or intending spouses, you find out that in most cases it's all about what can I get from this. No, how about what can I give? If the two parties begin to ask that question and provide being deliberate about answering that question by putting something, you see that the relationship becomes richer. And then one relationship would extend to other relationships, and then you begin to meet more and more people, and your social asset begins to expand. And like I said, it is that social aspect or social asset that will take you to where you want to get to. So these are the 5 areas that I want us to begin to look at. And as a way of reflecting today, right, when you prioritize your life around these things, you would observe the following changes. One, your life becomes simpler. You just find out that life becomes easier, it becomes simpler for you because certain things that you want to do on your own, people will rise up to say, we'll do this for you. Things that you would have purchased with money that would have cost you money, you'll find it coming to you as gifts. That's the power of relationship. Two, you enjoy peace of mind. When you are healthy, you are sound, you are okay, you're not worrying. You're not anxious about, oh, I hope this is not a life-threatening situation. You have peace of mind. And because you also have good relationship with people, you enjoy peace, which is one of the scarcest resources all over the globe. You can find multi-billionaires without peace of mind. And I tell you, peace of mind is really, really one of the richest things you can possess. Three, the third thing that you begin to also notice in your life is you truly become rich. When I say rich, it's not just material possession. You become rich because everything you want or need would naturally come or gravitate towards you. Some you would get yourself, some people would give to you. Some will just come by way of, oh, I just feel that you will need this, or oh, let me help you to take on that. So that is true wealth, ability to do things that you want to do at a time you want to do it. So all this pursuit, chasing money at all means, losing our names, selling our names to get everything, it's not necessary. It won't get you anywhere. It would even cut your life short. And then the fourth thing that will happen is others will begin to look at your life and say, I want to be like this person. So you become role model for others. People want to emulate you. And last thing is you begin to command greater value. If before your value is for everything you want to offer a service, maybe your value is $1 million, people will begin to, oh, this guy has a lot. I'll be willing to pay whatever you ask me. So you can command greater value, command respect. You become influential, whether you like it or not. That's why I said if you focus your life on those 5 things, every other thing will just gather. They will fall in place. And in terms of call to action, I would like you to sit down and reflect and look at your life and ask yourself, what are the things that have given priority in my life? What are my priorities? And are these priorities right? Or do I need to do some reordering? Do I need to change the things I'm focusing on? And it's never too late to start to do that. So in rounding up today, I want to thank you for listening to this podcast. And I also want to plead that please share this, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your colleagues at work or business partners. Share it as wide as you can. Someone out there needs to hear this. And follow us on our social media. On Instagram, it's E-volve Podcast. E-volve, E_VOLVE Podcast. And on YouTube, E-volve without N. E-VOLVE dash without dash N on YouTube. By the next edition, we would have set up our Facebook account. So we'll also share Facebook account. So please share this and do not forget that we are all of us, we are on a journey. And we need to keep evolving as we continue on that journey. So let's evolve together. Thank you. God bless. Bye.